The only issue I saw is one of those palm trees is disappearing again.
Yeah,
we'll
it's the cocos palm tree. It's always done that. I'm gonna try to fix it at some point.
There's a little odd is that the variation that is slightly bent, it doesn't disappear, but the one that's really straight, it does.
Yeah, okay. One objective down already, that's good.
Come on, so yeah, that with me
Yeah.
happens.
They will learn.
Start becoming cognizant of what to do and how to do it. Meanwhile, I am grabbing a SPD and heading towards Japanese carriers.
My FPS went down to around 25 when I was bombing.
Eh.
The kamikaze plane, something you can kind of self-destruct.
No. Oh,
A
fuck.
little bit confusing how to take off here on the small
American
island.
end.
Yeah, also known as Henderson Field.
Yeah. How is it? Is it working at all, or is it just chaos?
Oh, yeah, it's not chaos by any means. It's just a little confusing sometimes as you're pulling out. Maybe some subtle statics that just kind of point you in the right direction.
Still only one objective killed.
We've also got some radar sweeping the whole island, so it's possible that they're using that to great advantage.
Yeah, and I added radar to the carriers now as well. I didn't have it before. You should be able to defend yourself better.
Hey, so with the dead screen, those docks are all bugging out. Do they bug out when you're close to them or just at that distance?
Yeah, there's a bunch of sea fighting going on. Let's see if I can improve that for next version somehow. It's does that. Especially in 4K maps, and at the end of the map it gets worse as well. At the edge of the map, I mean. It's actually B26.
Oh, B-26, excuse me. That B-25 was primarily British, is that right?
No.
British, no.
But they had historically B26s in this map, but they should have torpedoes, I guess. But I have to balance that towards the carriers first before I put any on.
Okay, so it's the Marauder, the B-26 Marauder.
Even more objectives destroyed.
Yeah, that was me.
What's left down there? Yeah, I'm gonna add more
Plenty of
frames to the carriers next time. Right now it's only four slots. I'm gonna use all the 8 slots, so you can really
that's really load up in them.
yeah, it's gonna be really awesome.
So that was a really cool moment for me, being in the front nose gunner the B-26 pilot. Just kind of dived into the carriers, and I was sweeping the deck with my television. It was pretty fun.
And the 90mm took out my zero again.
Another.
So yeah, it's pretty effective.
Holy crap! I'm in the Enterprise guns here, or the Yorktown, and I've got so many planes flying straight at me. It's crazy. Oh, Jeep killed. Oh no. Very confusing when the planes are flying at you. so far, it looks like our carrier radar is showing all clear. And a number of planes beginning to launch off of the deck. So we've got a two-pronged attack, one coming from Midway and one coming from carrier.
Japanese are starting to pile up on the deck up here. This is what happens when you lose a couple carriers.
I'm getting out of the AA guns for now, and I'm going to in. What would be nice is getting the. Well, let me just ask look at if a U.S. gunner is in the carrier, does everybody see on the team see the radar, or just the gunner? Right now, everybody on the team sees the radar on Midway. Was it the same for the carrier?
Yeah. Oh no, you're fucked. Okay. This is bad. Now we have to end the map. We need to set something else for... Blender, can you set something else?
Like-
Otherwise it's gonna be a 16.
What?
It's going to be what?
Set what?
Set... Parallel, set next 10.
Yeah, sure. Hey, Lou, why not? Or we can do Tarawa.
Ah, let's do parallel. I want to play that.
Okay.
Can you set next 10?
Yes.
Oh, wait, no. Don't change it right now. No,
Yeah.
other things
Set
won't here.
next.
I forget.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, damn it.
Is the map working okay so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got these ships to spawn on.
Yeah. All of our vehicles sort of at the moment. See how that goes. It's gonna be interesting.
Are there any submarines on the map?
There's one for the US.
Okay, 'cause
Very
I have
interesting.
some charges.
Still need to bomb the objectives on the island there.
I remember when we came up with depth charges and we are like, how do we sink submarines that are so pesky? And then we decided to add depth charges to an American seaplane, which really brings the balance back.
And people
Holy
drive.
smokes. I feel like I'm flying into the whole Japanese Navy. This is insane. I gotta admit, this map makes me like a kid who's a schoolgirl. So you know, it's funny when you're flying around on the map by yourself, you don't really get a sense of what's happening. Oh, I just got taken out on the carrier. So the Yorktown goes down, and now we're left just with the island.
Yeah, you're about to get new stuff as well, Paul.
And I think, honestly, that there should be objectives on this smaller island, Henderson Field, and I think that the Japanese should be able to actually destroy the airfield and take out all the planes spawning there, leaving the Americans only with the main island. I think that would be a really great feature, that they would have the ability to just take out the U.S. planes on land.
And it's steering right into the ABC zone, even though it's marked on the mini-map. What a prick.
But now in U.S., there are lots and lots of planes taking off of a smaller island called Henderson Field historically. And the whole larger Midway Island is on fire, so it's pretty chaos here going on.
It feels like such a chaos when you try to take off from the carrier now. Oh god.
So my only concern is that some of the stars seem to be remaining even after the objectives are taken out.
Yeah.
Is there a way that they can be turned to like maybe a transparent when they're destroyed? Maybe change the texture and make the texture transparent, therefore making it disappear.
No, this is actually a bug. I mean, it's supposed to disappear, and most of them do, but sometimes they get stuck. I think it's
Maybe an
B2
engine
bug.
bug.
I'm not sure if you can fix it or not.
Wonder if we can put flags on them so they can get red X's.
Yeah, we'll see. We can come up with something.
And turn them into red X's and circles instead of bars, then that actually might work. Maybe-
Might be one of the Russians.
So impressions on the lighting compared to last time? It's the lighting settings.
Anyways,
It
it
must be
looks
very light.
substantially
Yellow
better.
field
It's really
or
good.
whatever. Anyway.
Alright, looks like the Russians are taking park. I think the flag zone's a little too large because they didn't even have to enter the park to cap it.
Yes,
It's
yes,
ridiculous.
it is large on purpose. I want them to cap it quickly.
Yeah, anyways, the lighting does amazing wonders for this map. It looks so good. Absolutely night and day. It's almost got a little too much Purple Heart Lane kind of
User disconnected from your channel.
Purple Heart Lane feeling. Yeah, I'm liking this lighting.
User joined your channel.
whoops, I accidentally closed TeamSpeak.
What I don't like very much is that the German spawns for supplies are south of it, and now the Russian team is trying to cross the park south, so they will run into the German spawn points.
Yeah, that's not good. You definitely want to have the spawn point on the other side of the flag.
I mean, the Russians can still cap it that way, but it's not the ideal way. I've done things to prevent it, but it's not enough, apparently.
I really like what's going on here right now. There's a lot of vertical gameplay going on. We've got people shooting from up, down, left, and right. Definitely
Yeah.
has this feeling of a fortress, destroyed city. And then what do we want to play next, guys? Maybe Tarawa or Raid on Caventuan?
Let's do Tarawa.
Tarawa? Okay.
Yeah.
Tarawa 16 it is.
16 now. You need 16.
Okay. If I can find the number. Tarawa 64 is number...
You already changed to it, I think, huh? Why doesn't it say?
Very nice, very nice.
I'm personally really enjoying the new lighting settings here and just the new updated flag layout for park. Definitely is just the right decision. Obviously, it's making a big difference on the gameplay.
Run!
Good lord.
Russians
Got wiped
definitely
out
need
of
to keep firing that AG into the building to kind of suppress them.
I'm still of the opinion that the
The,
Brandenburg Gate should
Collision
be...
of the stairs is still no good on the on this building, so that's something I can help you fix.
The Brandenburg Gate.
should be out of bounds somewhere in the distance.
Yeah.
As a model, low poly.
Yes, I've seen a free model which was pretty decent online.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. There are quite some free models out there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You need to
We just need to get it into the game. That's the problem.
Mhm.
send it to me.
Okay, now the Russians are progressing a lot better than last time.
Yep, we got the department store, and we have stormed all the way up into the upper floors, so it's been kind of a fun battle, just kind of making our way up. So now we're heading down.
When we cap Boulevard, they will get tanks, and we will get our tanks spawning at the store.
Yeah, not like it having a rifle and running into 2 PPSHs.
Yeah, can we make a kit where PPSH is in each hand? Right click, left click.
Sorry, say again?
I would like a PPSH in each hand. Just right click and left click. Kind of walk through the streets like the Matrix.
Hey, see this? This is where you can have those rocket things that Radio Smurf was talking about.
Bishos?
Oh. The fuel distance has been decreased a lot.
So he was talking about an improvised Warfare or however you say that in German. Those rockets.
Hmm?
They would stick them in windows and stuff. Fire them with things. Because there's definitely German tank camping positions here. You can have one spawn and hang right at the spot.
Oh wow, the Germans have a really kind of powerful flanking fire going on Boulevard from both sides. This looks like it's going to be a hard flag to
Yeah, we
take.
should have a nice tank battle.
That was some amazing perseverance by the Russian team here, pushing through and grabbing Boulevard, so let's see what happens from here. Looks like there's 2 main flanks, one group is going right, one group is going left, so let's see what happens. I still think, however, that there's just too many automatics on this map. There's just, I think that the Russian engineers should be on a rifle versus a submachine gun and leave the final submachine gun to the NCO. I think you gave the Russians one too many submachine guns on the kits.
That's alright. I need to push. It's good that they have an unlimited amount of Peshkas. Otherwise they would never get that far.
Is there a Katusha on this map?
No.
Oh man, brutal. Yeah, right now I've got about 48 FPS, which is about half of what we would normally want. Probably want about 100 FPS at this point. And I don't think it's the map. I think it's the fact that there are 100 people in a very small area all
Yeah.
shooting.
Yeah, it's all the players.
And so one of the things that, at least on this server, that can help tame that is to make sure that the squad sizes get down from 12 to 8. That is probably making an impact on performance, actually. That's just 25%
Well,
more
so-
people spawning.
What's the FPS on Brest normally?
I can't remember now, but
Quite low for me.
Oh,
Sounds coming with the Russians.
Oh yeah, my shaders works now because I turned AA off. Nice. I get 100 FPS now instead of 30, so that AA settings really does a lot for this map.
that's because it's software-based AA versus hardware-based AA. So back then they were doing it all internally in the engine rather than allowing the graphics cards to do the work. But graphics cards weren't as powerful as they are now. So probably designed it.
Yeah, just a nice idea. If you get too low FPS, you can turn it off in game.
Boy, some of those MG42s, when they're set up right, I mean, they do some serious damage.
Oh yeah. I used to have one on the roof last time somewhere. Like. This is just too much of a meat grinder for my style, but
Cruise your way out of that. I like an
Okay,
occasional meat
computer.
grinder mixed in with things within an app.
Oh yeah, interesting.
I just got counterpalped in a T-34, so it's very. Now it's
I just
turning
saw-
into meat grinder.
I just saw Luftfaust kill.
Yeah.
What is the Luftfaust again?
A Panzerschreck basically. That multiple rocket launcher.
Oh, okay.
You got that on this map?
Yeah, I put one.
they have it on Iwo Jima, or you can get it on Iwo Jima in BF5. Saw it in a video. It's like a shotgun for shooting down planes. And on BF5 it was really easy.
Alright, too easy for the Russians this time. Maybe too many tanks.
Yeah,
Not over yet.
Tests like this. I mean, maybe the Germans aren't playing very well.
Yeah,
I
but
think
it
people aren't
was...
familiar with the map as well. It takes a while to either learn how to attack or defend, and the teams can have something to do with it. If the server doesn't mix the teams up as well, it can keep points be a one-sided affair.
Yeah, I have a feeling you got some tournament squads over on the Russian side. They're probably doing really well. I mean, I noticed that on Wake, like my team was just kind of messing around, myself included. And then we were getting the flags, we were getting properly attacked by some tournament squad.
How the heck are we supposed to bleed out the Soviets, by the way? I have 1,000 tickets left.
That's just way too many.
No, it's not way too
Yeah.
many because it's basically the same as the last test, and the Germans won. So
Okay, well, we'll hope with blood judgment until the map is over.
Depends on the team, I guess. Well, let's
Yeah,
put
but
the
we
tail-
have
put the tail
we have
over.
400 kills now.
Yeah,
Need
this is a really good Russian team. Very, very good.
Yeah, but still, that has to be accounted for somehow.
Well, yeah, this is why we're playtesting. So we'll
Well,
see what happens. It's not over.
I changed several things on the map, so there are quite a few factors.
Yeah, sure.
German spawn points are quite further away from the flags, and more tanks for the Russians, less AT for the Germans, many things.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, see, this is
Just
what I
that
like about
if
Sector
we are in a stalemate like this, it's gonna go on for another hour or something like that.
No, these flags are very
Like,
easy to
uh,
cap.
I feel like Altona should be capable. Give the Germans something to do.
No, there's no way. Once you get into this sector, it won't last more than 5 minutes. It
I
is
think it already has.
it is meant to be like that. You got like 5 or 6 Russian tanks and no German tanks, so it's inevitable.
That'd be cool with some puddle textures.
Yeah, I'm not sure for roads actually. I don't know how to set it then.
They may just put the road over the terrain. That's Jack active.
Who's
I got
Lucian?
some
Is he
wet
an
maps
official
to
dev?
do.
No. Seems
So,
like
any ideas
maps
for the
never did.
next map pack release?
It hurts everywhere. Everywhere you are as Germany, you get hurt from
Jan
something.
Jan is completely wrong. The camp maps definitely made a huge difference on the server populations. In fact, when the camp maps went away, FH2 started losing its player base. So I think it's safe to say
Yeah, just don't argue with him in here. It's pointless.
I'm not going to argue with him because he's wrong.
Yeah.
It's not an argument when he's wrong.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not like he will ever admit that. So.
Alright, so now I can't spawn. Not in a squad. I guess the squad guys can't spawn anyway.
So almost 100 people now, Blender.
Yeah. Well, basically,
Maps are so much better. It's nice that people are saying like that.
basically, I would remove a couple of Soviet tanks and leave all the rest the same.
Okay, we lost. There it is.
Oh, were there any
yeah.
satchel pickup kits on this map?
The Russians finished with
Really wanna
864
sample.
tickets, so I would reduce their whole ticket count by 700.
And then next time you play it, Germans are much better and then you just super easily win the map. You have to run it like 10 times before making
Yeah.
big things like that. But probably a little bit, yeah, for sure.
There's one guy hiding.
So it looks like this team right now, the Russian team is a little bit the better team here at the moment, and I think they were also the U.S. on Prelude. So I think
Yeah.
what we're seeing right now is a little bit of a team stack.